Let's finish this, swiftly. Come on, don't keep me waiting.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Stabilize!
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
Windblade!
Solidify!
You finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise, it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry. There's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
to give us a clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes. But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to: your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water. Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstration?
Ah, very well. Come with me. We'll chew some
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... what comes next? Oh, right.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity... Oh, got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so...
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any... And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with it. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words.
Wow. The Lawrence name really does carry a terrible
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else. You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like. Then again, I've got no...
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my... You there, lowly work...
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knight, even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are... And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully used...
But mark my words, this transgression...
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here. I may be no... I'm sorry, but Listen here. If you...
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen... Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking...
What can we do? The Lawrence name is... Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need...
That's the way things are. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of... At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life
Yeah! Why were you so willing to try and demonstrate...
Oh, that reminds me. Let's leave it at that. But unfortunately, you
no need! Right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it. Let's just keep Eula from
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else, but we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this.
We should look for a place to take shelter. I'll be fine, but we don't want you catching a cold.
It's so cold. Does aristocrat training really...
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh... For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite different, but a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. Uh-huh. This is where you can finally apply some of your adventuring knowledge.
You look pretty confident this time. All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air. That would be most unsightly.
Even bedrock can be turned to dust.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through. Whew. Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of... There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make... My family set only the highest expectations for me, even as... Let's proceed, shall we? This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly. You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again. You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Time for retribution!
Windblade! Be gone!
You failed this time. What a shame. But Not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Solidify! I will have order! Solidify!
Windblade!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Let me guess where you're from.
What's happening?
Gonna be epic!
State your business here.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Windblade!
How unbecoming.
Stabilize! This is order.
Cowering already? Poor time.
Gather!
Not bad, not bad. A fine opportunity. Poor timing. Try this. Passable weapon. So quick to flee.
Windblade!
Life goes on.
You've made some progress.
Gather!
Poor time. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Orders given. Orders received.
Gather!
No use hiding back there. You've got some skills.
Solidify!
Raging tide! I'll crush you!
Stabilize!
Something else catch your eye?
Stabilize!
You've got some skills.
Windblade!
Your strength is praiseworthy. I too shall use all of mine. So, don't you dare disappoint me. Foul legacy, the devouring deep! Rise! Yeah! I will have order!
Rise.
Die here.
Go.
Gather!
Windblade!
Dull. Solidify!
Die.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Gather!
Adventure time!
Dull.
This is just my luck.
Gather! Die!
Yeah! Solidify! Sit down!
Life goes on.
Gather! Stabilize!
Go.
I see your power. Solidify!
Die!
Rise. Faster? Okay, faster. No.
Gather! This is order. Stabilize! You shouldn't see me like this.
Keep your eyes wide open.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's...
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this...
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that.
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hand, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid it, we can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to...
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now.
Huh. Do the Seven really expect me to help them look at? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
There's still a long road ahead.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
What's happening?
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsliff, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But
It is your words that forever reek of Time to silence you!
Bow before the Abyss!
Stabilize!
Abyssal roar! Annihilate!
Solidify!
Life goes on.
Windblade! Prepare to be blown away!
Decimate!
Gather!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Windblade!
I will have order!
Prize.
Gather!
Windblade!
What's the hurry? I'm getting tired of this game. Freeze!
Crumble!
The end is nigh.
Gather!
The end will come.
Oh, so sorry.
Windblade!
Order guide you!
Cool it! What's the hurry?
The end is nigh.
Gather!
Freeze!
Windblade!
Sacred name. Fortune preserve.
The end is nigh.
Gather!
Will burn. Prince.
Hey! Could that be?
Lumine.
Wait! He just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your brother? And the Abyss?
Lumine. Why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh? Your brother?
Ether, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows him too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Ether.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. That man Dainsleif was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him, to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into the monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so...
Home. Yes, of course. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Lumine. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the truth. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, sister. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Really? Are you sure? At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right! By the way... Oh! First off, that Abyss Herald called your brother Prince. It seems like your brother is leading the... Also, your brother said that he wants... Next thing, turns out the... And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! So that's why your brother said that Dane is his enemy. But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same... Also, how come after all this time we've spent searching for your brother, it turns out he's on the... Yeah, you're right. Then we can't... Our journey's not over. If your brother wants you to reach the end of your journey, show him what you're made of. Come on, traveler. Let's go. never imagined your... Well, keep your chip. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, he said we needed to, and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first place? You're right. After all, yeah, Paimon... Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far. Paimon doesn't think... Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Let's see what she has...
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help?
We wanted to ask...
Oh. So
Great!
But the chance of success, it was in leaving, and all I had to rely after I'd escaped their... But, to my surprise? That's right.
What a horrible...
Well, because...
Kanjo commit...
Along with the other 2 commissions, one of the obligations of the... Meanwhile, it doesn't feel good to speak. What I mean to say is, unless... And even if you did manage to...
Seems like they really don't want anyone...
They only set that up, but if you really are...
The raft idea sounds a little on the...
That's not what I meant. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
But it's an armed fleet!
That part is up to you. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go find Cap...
Solidify!
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatuian Osile, right? Ningguang told... She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is hype. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry? Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash?
Huh? I thought you... The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There are two important rules. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, think... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurk. And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take part.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is Get this. It's a master...
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact.
Is there really such thing as a master?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that... As for whether this shell has any practical...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is about organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested.
Inazuma? You want to go?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma, no sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice.
You just want her to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get...
Great.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed. Martial arts tournaments always remind me of the duels they have. But when the combatants are obliged to exercise restraint, it is unlikely.
The sound of the ocean waves.
What in the world do those symbols...
What's our objective?
Need to end a few enemies?
Boats are met.
The sound of the ocean waves.
Ahoy there, mateys! Time to set sail!
Yeah. Yeah.
All clear as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
Gather!
Quake! Stabilize! Gather! Stabilize! Burn it, this? Stabilize! I will have order! Stabilize!
Windblade! Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against?
You bet I am. Have you put your name? Well, I'd have the Clash as a Nobody.
Yeah.
Me? Only a former runner. What? You? Not to mention, they tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook. I stood my ground, of course. around. I'm not saying I came out.
Uh-huh. But for us,
I'll see you in the arena.
Hi there. Are you...
That's right. Nothing beats real life but this tournament.
Exactly.
This master of...
Famous. He's the founder of the... You probably... He's got to be to the Ling Shot.
Forced to...
It's a type of breed. For example, our master...
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is.
We're clearly...
There's a tuition?
Of course.
But recently, though...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too...
Well, we have to try...
Exactly. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. If so...
So, you're also...
You better believe it. From me? Obtaining a vision? No. I know how that... I've passed every... In most people, a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought along... Of course, I also put in a... Ha! Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just... really
Here's the village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really that?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bear? I have to ask. It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching.
Oh, I trust you were aware that, oh, really?
Yep, she's still...
my apologies. It's just a form... So far, I've got...
Yeah, and also it...
Whoa...
Might as well declare...
I wonder if it's too... Okay, Right, a great hero...
Oh, we're not here.
There's another prize?
Beto must have upped this...
But why would... I see. So... I take it you did... Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the
Hey, so even though you... So Paimon... In any case, looking at the competition... All right, it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. All right, good. Then...
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament.
Come on, let's go sign up. What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
So, what do you think?
Impressive.
Well, I fought, so come on.
All right. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but, you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among... For one thing, so, I'm...
Huh?
This is how Captain Besides...
All right. We're finally here, folks. The real...
Your opponent has... You may well be... Very well.
All right, that's...
Your opponent in the semifinals... I do not doubt your abilities.
Relax. My girl...
Okay,
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right! If you had a
I wanted a vision, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own. I've fought and...
Huh?
No, only in
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have, so don't get too...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance. I myself was eliminated.
Maybe...
Why, yes. He's a I faltered for but given my stature. Still, I'm sure...
Hey there!
He tried to use force. His opponent was... Why don't you dodge, they ask. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I don't dare tell my Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, alright.
Thanks, I'll do my...
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she...
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of... But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim... In fact, I discerned this...
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new.
We wanted to ask about who are...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily... As for the guy you'll be facing, what's the matter? Worried that you've been...
If that is the case, then I have a proposal. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial tradition. I do not mean to flaunt my martial... Given your talents...
Hang on. Don't you think you're...
Gathering intelligence is Besides, our favorite here is fought...
You betcha! Wait a second.
However, there is only so much... Come with me.
Solidify!
Now that we're alone, let me cut... You are skilled in manipulating the elements.
Paimon.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you share... Since a young age, it is things of this...
As crazy as...
My humble... To think a human could... And not to mention your...
Hey, stop about...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I...
It's nothing, really. Paimon just told her whatever... It's been a long... Honestly, even Paimon does...
Perhaps such unfathomable... However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let...
Windblade!
Order guide you.
Be gone! Windblade!
Time for retribution! You will pay for that.
Your skills in battle... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat. In other words, as long as you please, save your thanks. If any, the world is a
You seem kind...
I desire to know, and what influence... My apologies. You... For allowing me the honor of witnessing... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the... Not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer...
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to it. Ah, the time for your match is
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then very well. Let...
Why is it? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds. She strikes fear into the heart. Wow! I've been waiting for... I'm sure everyone witnessed her but today's final round... As for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he
Wait a moment. Something doesn't... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did someone...
We don't know when it was taken I never thought that...
No need to worry. The vision was the prize that I...
Well, if you... I'll stay here and try to...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he have...
Come with me. I can send...
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you...
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Prepare to be blown away!
A hunter.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a...
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able...
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top, in other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely, speed.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine. I admit, I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semi-finals, since there was no use in trying to face you in them, I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape. Drat. This should have gone differently. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't act...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, we don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
What are you trying to do?
Gather! This is order.
No!
Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest... But unfortunately, yes. From the moment I've tried many, though few tales tell of a master. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? I see. So, no matter. This what?
Yeah, what's
The story begins. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill. A symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, What expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in travel. All right then. It's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.